Hey, this is Jeorge Trips from Dunlop Manufacturing with James Santiago from Voodoo Lab, and we're here going to do a little demo with the new mini Fuzz Faces. Far on the left there you'll see a traditional sized Eric Johnson Fuzz Face, and you can see that it's much larger than these new ones. The new mini Fuzz Faces are pedalboard friendly. As you can see, they have a power jack. The input is on the right side, has an LED, and they are true bypass.
Yes, they are.
All right.
Okay, so we got a little test rig up. Got my Strat for the moment plugged into a pedal switcher and then straight to the Marshall head. We're not using any buffers, and as we A/B through these, they'll be, obviously being taken out of the pass, so we can hear one pedal at a time without any weird loading or stuff. So we'll A/B these through the pedal switcher in a bit. And as Jeorge mentioned, they have 9-volt jacks on the back, so we are running each one of them in a separate out of the ISO 5 over here. So let's hear the amp, has it set up and clean. So here's the bridge pickup, straight into the Marshall. It's got a Royer 101 ribbon mic on it. I'm sorry, Royer 121 ribbon mic on it.
Damn it.
So, damn it. With the Eminence EJ speakers, so yes. Nothing special, but the amp is lovely. Amp's loud enough to get a little bit past where that anemic sound of a quiet Marshall. So it's really loud, and I am putting it in the other room so we're not getting killed. So let's go ahead and start with the dark blue guy, which is
the FFM1. That is based on a 1970 Fuzz Face that was powder blue. It's running a matched pair of BC108 transistors, so it's got a nice aggressive punch and a really good attack. Let's hear that thing.
Let's hear the blue one, and just so you can see for reference, blue one's number 1, and then later on you'll see red 2, and then the Hendrix on 3. So let's turn on number 1. So let's bounce over to number 2.
Next up, we've got the FFM2, which is a germanium Fuzz Face. It's got a pair of new germanium transistors in there, so you're going to get a traditional Fuzz Face sound that's dark and woolly.
Here we go.
Next up, we have the FFM3, which is a mini version of the Hendrix Fuzz Face. It's running a pair of BC108 silicone transistors, and it's got the same tweaks as the Hendrix Fuzz Face, so it's going to be a little less gain, a little mid-range bump, and not as aggressive as the other two. So next up, I think James is going to do a little A-Bing between the red and the blue, so between the silicone and the germanium.
All right, so things to listen for. As Jeorge mentioned, this is going to have a little more gain, and this one you'll notice a little bit of a subsonic sort of bump on the bass. It's going to be really sort of punchy on the bottom, but darker on the top. So I'll just play back and forth, and you can hear the two.
All right, next up, do a little A/B between the Germanium Fuzz Face and the Hendrix Fuzz Face.
So I think from what I would like to hear is, and I can definitely tell this has got sort of the biggest, beefiest sound, but these two seem to be a little bit nicer with the high end and cleaning up a bit. So maybe we'll just set up the clean sound, and then I'll punch you through all three of these back and forth. So let me get a nice clean Strat sound, and then we'll go through all three of them. And then here's the neck and middle pickup. Down even lower, about 6 on the volume. Now let's listen to them full out on the bridge pickup.
All right, so what we're going to do is, in the last video that James and I did, he did some shredding upon the neck
Weedle.
from the high, squishy, stringy part, smashy, down to the low. It'll give you an idea of how they sound different on the neck and how each one does. So we're going to let James do his little shredderific here.
Wankery. There
So
we go.
figure out the lick you want to do.
Too late.
It's time to pull out a Les Paul and show how these fine lovelies work with humbuckers. We're gonna swap guitars. special thanks to Dave Lennett for letting me rip apart his 1970 Fuzz Face. Not that one.
Not that one particularly.
I like the dog barking. Can we add that? Can we put that in the beginning?